The idea for FlavaFil came to me on a day I was watching my nieces and nephews playing sports. It was really hot and they couldn't go to the tap to drink the water because there was a contamination scare. So they had the option of bottled water or a sports drink. And of course they chose the sports drink, like any of us would. But I thought to myself, what if we could filter water? Because I knew this technology existed to filter water, get rid of contaminations, but then afterwards make it more exciting. Add in a bit of flavor, some electrolytes, something that just makes water less boring. And so I had this idea and I got home and I immediately contacted Alexis, who's my long-time friend and a brilliant industrial designer. And I told him the idea. And also for me personally, this idea made sense because I travel a lot, and even though I always carry a reusable water bottle with me, when I'm traveling, I don't want to take the risk of tap water. I'm not sure of the source. The hotel might be nice, but we don't know where that water comes from. And you can't afford to be traveling and stuck in a bathroom. So I always actually have to go out and find bottled water to drink, and I don't like that because it increases single-use waste.
So the design process was in keeping with my motto, which is improving the quality of life. So I love to develop products that improve quality of life. This product fitted exactly in there. And so the philosophy behind it is to try and make form follow function. So we first developed the function of the product, how it's going to work, which object comes before the other, how it flows and how it works together.
So what makes FlavaFil different from other hydration products is the fact that it's universal. So you can use any types of sauce for flavoring, electrolytes, syrups, cold brew teas, but we also made it modular so that you could use it with a filter. If you really drink filtered water, you could use it without a filter but still add flavor. And then we wanted to, of course, make it as universal as possible, so we didn't have to bring another water bottle onto the market, but we could bring something that's user-friendly, modular, that people would love.
And to make it compact so that it can fit into most any straw-based bottle, and that most users can pick it up and use it immediately in their existing bottle.
Absolutely, especially with the trend of big Stanley 40-ounce, 30-ounce water bottles going around. You also didn't want to flavor that entire bottle volume, because there's nothing more boring than drinking 40 ounces of water except drinking 40 ounces of the same flavor water. So we wanted to add the straw that it flavors part of the water, but you could adjust it. Am I right, Alexis?
Yeah. So filtration is an existing technology that people know about. The problem with filtration very well is you take all the goodness out of the water. So we realized you had to filter first and then add the goodness, the flavor, the minerals back into the water as you drink it. So that is the sequence of the design, and that's how the flow of the water works, the hydration works in our concept. So existing products that do only filtration are quite challenging to suck. We wanted to try and find something that was more friendly to suck, and so we used a filter that was at the same quality as other products but easier to suck through. We're also using a one-way valve system that controls the flow of water into the flavor chamber, and so when you want to take your first sip, you are already using some water that has been saturated and ready to be sucked. So it is an easier experience than existing products.
Filtration is also divided. You have the scary things that are in water, and then you have the flavor part of water. So we opted for two types of filtration technologies. One is purely focused on flavoring. So it takes out chlorine, chloramine, leads, but your taste of the water is immediately improved. And then we've got the other one for when you're traveling. And now you really aren't sure of the source, and that one is a different media that removes all viruses, bacteria, leads, microplastic, reduces all microplastics, and also enhances the flavor through carbon, and that's a really great media. And so we offer both solutions to our users. Well, it's been a very fun process. I'll tell you one thing though, is I've had a lot of electrolytes. That's a little bit less fun after the 10th taster. But it's been really cool because you're dealing with powders and you're dealing with liquids, then you're dealing with teas, something that has to seep. And each one reacts differently, and Alexis had to consider all of those in the design. So that's also fun because there's a lot of prototypes, a lot of different ways Alexis can answer this better, but a lot of design elements.
Yeah, we had a lot of serious fun.
Well, the next step for us is now actually bringing this product to the market. We've done all the development, we've created the tooling, we've got a manufacturer, everything's lined up, the filters are being NSF standard tested. And our next step is to actually launch, and that's why we're here at Kickstarter. It's the best platform to use to launch this to the largest audience possible. So we really hope you can join us and support us on Kickstarter and upgrade your water bottle to a filter flavor water bottle.